Hello, 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 Facebook world, YouTube world. Um, Excuse my voice. I've been yelling and bowling all day. Tonight we have a lineup for you. I can't wait to hear all these poets and singers come on this open mic tonight. We have my beautiful co-host with us, who will be talking about finances, in her business and what that looks like for others. Hi, Miracle.
Hello, hello.
Right. Um, so we're gonna start with her talking about some finances, and then we're gonna jump into this open mic. I can't wait. She's gonna give us snippets throughout this little open mic that we having tonight. Um, so she's gonna start a little bit now, and then at the half hour point, she's gonna jump off. So like every 10 or 15 minutes, she'll start talking about 10 minutes because you got 3 segments that you could give us some tips about your finances. And then we're going to jump into the open mic. All yours, baby girl. I'm taking me off.
All right. Well, hello, everybody. Just to give you some background, my name's Miracle. Last name is Pegues. So to start off, my history, I feel like it's always relevant to only take advice from people who actually know what they're doing. So I want to at first let you know that this comes from a person who's been in the industry of finance for almost a decade now. I started my background at Wells Fargo Home Mortgage. I was there for about 2 to 3 years. And then I realized that the banking system is, well, how do I put it? It's a scheme to get you out of your money and always have you paying them. And then I switched over to the insurance industry, which is a very worthwhile industry that I always recommend, especially in the Black community, for us to invest in to leave a legacy to our children. It also allows for us to create a constant wealth in a sense. Um, and that pretty much started my trajectory into the finance world. So I went from mortgage to life insurance to individual finance. And that's what I've been doing for about the past decade now. Um, when I was originally asked to give some advice on what would be helpful for what I think people should know about or what people should be investing in, it's kind of hard to give just a general synopsis of what I think you should invest in because there's so many things to invest in. Okay. Real estate for sure. Improving your credit for sure. Investing in a trust versus a will and testament. There's a lot of different things that are beneficial just for you versus say for your family, versus say if you're doing a business, versus just being the individual yourself. So the first thing I like to tell people that's very important is to know what your credit is. Know what credit is, first of all. A lot of people don't even know what credit is. So a brief synopsis of what credit is a snapshot of who you are on a piece of paper. So if you had someone who was a stranger who came up to you and said, "Hey, I need a loan," 9 times out of 10, you're going to look at the background of the relationship you've had with them and be like, has this person ever paid me back? Like when I gave them $10, did they give me $10 back? Or did they only give me $8 back? That's pretty much what your credit report does. It gives you a synopsis of that person and their financial activity and history to see if they're a qualified individual to get any funds whatsoever. That leads me to my second point, which is after you know what your credit is, understand what do you want to utilize with your credit. What's your goals? What are you trying to achieve? Are you trying to purchase a house? Is that your long-term goal? Are you trying to invest in a business? I say this because if you are trying to purchase a home, yes, your credit is going to matter, but very different from, say, someone who's going the route of trying to start a business. There's loopholes when you want to start a business. You don't necessarily have to go the route of a conventional building your credit, having the 3 bureaus check you out and look like, hey, my credit score is above a 700, give me a loan. That might be simple for some, but for other people who are not in that arena, that might be a nightmare. And there's avenues where you can just start a business, start a quick LLC. If you don't even have any sort of credit, your personal sense, you have the option of starting a business, opening up a banking account, and utilizing that account for, say, 6 months to show constant activity, not even utilizing a credit card with this account. And you'll actually build fast credit for your business versus being able to build credit for yourself. The other thing that I always recommend people look into is, excuse me, is looking into checking to make sure no one's ever taken your information or it's been used in a way that you're not familiar with. A lot of us, unfortunately, have backgrounds where someone might have used our credit to have a Comcast account, you know, have a Verizon account. It's not even you. And you can easily just write a letter and be like, that's not me. Prove it. And if they can't prove it, it has to come off. These are small things, but they're major things in the long run if you're trying to build credit. And that's just in one capacity. So I often tell people, what are you looking for as far as longevity? You know what I'm saying? What are you trying to achieve? Is it just to build your finances in the basic sense, you know, or to have financial freedom in the long term? Leave a legacy to your family? Are you trying to create a business? All of that is important. That allows for you to at least have an end goal in mind and work towards it specifically.
Yes. Thank you so much for that information.
Yes.
So we're gonna jump right into the open mic. Again, she will be giving tips throughout the night just to give you a synopsis of what finances, or you guys can ask questions via the chat. So thank you. We're about to get right into it.
All
So
right.
one moment. I'm gonna take us off. So I'm gonna have the first poet come on, Ezra. If I say it wrong, don't beat me up.
I don't beat on women anyways. Azar.
Azar.
Yeah.
I've seen this poet perform on Instagram many times. In love with the poetry. So he's just gonna spit his pieces, and we're gonna move right along. I'm gonna take me off. It's all yours.
What's going on, man? If y'all don't know me, man, I'm Mr. Goddamn himself, Azar King, aka Professor X Poetry, sometimes Azar 15, because my lyrics is laser beams. And you can follow me at Azar King 3 on Instagram. Um, I'm gonna do this little piece right here, man. It's called Pennies. And I built this piece off of when I was getting it, as I've been getting in photography, just noticing different things. So this is what I noticed from right, when I took this picture of this penny. Copper penny Lincoln, covered in the blood of my ancestors, justifying his devilishment with false emancipation and saying they are future investors. Same time supporting billionaires that are molesters but want to prosecute peace for protesters. Got black lives, back lives wrapped up and up against ropes like professional wrestlers, exchanging slaves like samples in Sam's Club and calling them testers. Bloodstains melting the forms of copper. More bloodstains manifested from the projectiles of the chopper. Still no 40 acres and a mule just kicked to the side like a ball in soccer. When we stop these images from mocking us, screaming we are free, but the messenger was still killed in transition. Slave ships or mobile prisons, signing slaves off like Congress with petitions, covering their blood money with coins and emblems of religion, brainwashing their youth with beautiful images on why they should join the army and fight a war that's mostly illusion. Then when no money support their trauma, they send them home broken, brain contusion. When did religion become entertainment and confusion? Breaking down the words you have and as an image you rely on and then it's gone. That's religion built for separation. Pennies on a dollar, calling it reparation. Soul ties broken with families sold in separation, adding inflation, causing soul breaking. That's why we as black can't understand that we connected through distant relation because we was too busy working at copper cotton fields and had no time for intellectual conversation. Hey, Copper Penny Lincoln, is this what you call emancipation? Using in nursery rhymes like ring around the rosy to keep the youth's thoughts dizzy in circulation. Having my ancestors standing on brick podiums like their inauguration, disposing of us like 1 cent, not getting picked up because they leave our insides flipped up and dead on our backs. That's called tails. Those saying copper pennies falling in police and casing shells, but and there's a bunch of Davids on the boat, but we the ones being copped in the field. We not supposed to get mad when you kill and the drug money you steal, but you blackball and cause racist just for Manil. Make sense of that, you fake Dr. Phil. Your lies prescribe war and pills. I still get angry, you sit etched in stone, honored as a hero when you left us up the creek with no paddle, no freedom, pocket still on zero. Tramp stamps and turning to Trump stumps and enslavement sequels. The blood on those past bills and coins don't belong to you, it belongs to my people. You talking about you need, heck, we need too. Because you wasn't placed here to teach us, we were placed here to teach you. It ain't just the coins, it's us you trying to bleach too. But ain't it mostly y'all that getting caught up in the moving to me too? But acting like we can't see you. Nursery rhymes, picky boo. But the funny thing is, you talk about racism like that's something new. And that's that peace.
Yes. Thank you so much for
No
blessing
doubt,
the
no doubt.
mic. Can you just please put your information when you come out and put it in the Facebook link so that people can follow you, follow your work. If you have a book out, because I love poets with books, let us know, okay?
All right, we'll do.
Awesome. Have a great night.
You too. Peace, Queen.
Sweet. Oh my God, that was great. He's starting off great. So I'm gonna have the next poet come on right now. Mr. Steve.
Hey
Hi,
there.
how are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Yeah.
Also,
Bit tired.
okay, hold on one moment. I'm sorry. Hold one
Yeah,
moment.
sure.
Yes. So tell us where you're from and tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, so my name's Steve. My Instagram handle is at thoughts underscore by underscore Steve. And yeah, I currently live in Belgium, but I'm not a Belgian. I was born in the UK.
Breaking up. I'm sorry.
Okay, so yep. So my name's Steve. My Instagram handle is at thoughts by underscore Steve. And I've got a poem which I think a lot of poets out there will identify with. It's called Poet's Aquarium. I was sitting in my little glass room at my little wooden desk, with paper strewn on its top and the occasional pen waiting to be used. Candle burnt endlessly as it watched over me, flickering impatiently as it waited for me to move. I had time for contemplation and time for observation. I had time for deliberation. I had time to write about salvation, starvation, celebration, elation, and consternation. I had time to write. Beyond the glass walls, there were movement that reflected the candlelight. Disinterested neon tetra swam in little groups, gossiping about something or other, flashing blue joy as their scales caught the light. The guppies went about in groups of 5 or 6, but their mood was more playful, their fan-shaped tails dancing merrily as they passed. Mollies were busy taking care of their young, freshly popped from their bellies. Siamese fighting fish watched over proceedings in their elegant electric blue robes, while goldfish caught the attention of all with their richness, catching the light and reflecting it with a bullion hue. There were other fish too, all gliding through the waters outside my glass room. Most barely paid any attention to my existence, while some of the younger fish peered into the glass, expecting something exciting to happen. Then they went on their way. My thinking came to a cul-de-sac, so I rewound a few minutes of the stream of emotions that were taunting me in the subdued light. I paused and pressed play again and took a different line of thought. This was a better one. So I reached out and picked up a pen. There was a stirring in the waters. Whispers spread throughout the subtle eddies stirred by excited fins. The samurai fish were quick to quell the buzz as all eyes turned towards me, waiting for me to proceed. One of the younger guppies approached the glass eagerly, but was soon corralled by his mother, who calmed him down with a very stern look. I wrote about solitude, about a grain of sand blown away from the desert, lost in the ripples of a southern wind that carried it into colder lands. I wrote about a cypress tree planted in a tiny square of soil in the sidewalk of a busy city, traffic rushing by, coating it in a blackening soot. I wrote about love, the touching of lips, of hearts, and of souls, the interlocking of hands, of bodies, and of thoughts. I wrote about each moment I fell in love with you, whether you were angry or sad or dancing with joy. I wrote about the silences we shared on the beaches, in the woods, and on the hilltops. I wrote about the pain of loss, the ripping of hearts, the tearing of souls, the emptiness of silence, the emptiness, the tearing of souls, the ripping of hearts. I wrote about the pain of loss. And all the while, inquisitive eyes watched my every move, as a fish swam silently, careful not to disturb the atmosphere in the room. They waited in the dark waters, and I knew what they wanted. I held my audience captive, as they did me. Took the sheet of paper, paused for effect, and read. I read about the beauty of your smile, the music in your laughter, the twinkle in your eyes. I spoke about the time you hung from the boughs of a tree, your hair set free in an autumn breeze. I told about how our fingers froze as we wrote our names in the frost that glazed a broken bench in the park. I recalled the secrets we shared of pain and of anguish as we cried under a summer's moon on an isolated beach. I spoke about you and me and us and us and me. I spoke about you. And when I finished, many of the fish returned to their matters, but some lingered, some danced, some cried, or at least I imagined they did. Then one by one, the fish swam by, and those that were touched dropped a heart-shaped morsel of food into a glass tube that led into the room. And the candle went out till it was my time to perform again. And that was Poet's Aquarium.
Hey, Miracle. Oh my God. Thank you, Steve, so much for coming in. I don't know where he went. Don't know where he went. I'm so sad. I wanted him to share his information. So if you hear me, Steve, thank you so much for popping in. Let me tell you a little bit about him. It's 2 a.m. where he is right now. So if you don't know, that's the UK area. So we're so excited that he was able to come in. Tell me, girl, how you feeling so far with this open mic?
This is very cool. Very cool.
Yes.
I like to.
So we got 2 more people in the background right now. So we're going to jump right into it. Okay.
All right.
So next we're going to have Poetic Soul. Come on. Hello.
How are you?
Great. How are you?
I'm good. It was an honor to be a part of this open mic. So thank you.
Awesome. So we're going to have you jump right on. I'm going to remove myself, tell you about yourself, and bless the mic, Milo.
No problem. My name is Poetic Soul 98. And yeah, I actually live here in Texas now. I got to get used to saying that I'm not from North Carolina. Well, I am from North Carolina, but I don't live there anymore. So anyway, this piece that I have today is called Today I Don't Want a Poet. Today, I don't want a poet. And if I'm being honest, I just don't have the energy to pick up my pen to search the inner walls of my cerebrum just to find myself drawing blanks again. Today, I don't want a poet. And it's crazy because I'm usually pretty good at this stuff. You ask me how I'm doing, I smile and contemplate my answer while beating around this imaginary bush, but today, I just can't. I don't have the clever wordplay, rhymes, and limericks. I don't have the right metaphor, simile, lies, and gimmicks. I just can't poet today, and honestly, tomorrow isn't looking any better. It's hard to write a decent piece when life circumstances are tearing down your stanzas. I just can't poet today. So instead, I sit in this dark room and allow my thoughts to hum, hoping the right words will kiss the tip of my tongue and finally give me what to say. I wish I could poet, but I just can't today. I'm tired. I'm tired of spilling my ink on paper who could care less about my message, drawing energy from each stroke just to find myself alone to fight my depression, only to hear the audience say, "Go off, poet. Go off, poet. Go off, poet. You're acting off, poet." Maybe it's because the light is constantly on me that I click my pen in the dark so they won't see, poet. I want you to see me. So understand that today, I just can't poet. And that's that piece. Thank you.
Yes, that was so great. So tell us the inspiration behind that poem.
Sure. It's funny because this piece came from a day where I just could not think of a piece to write. And I was sitting around and I'm like, I was drawing blanks, and I'm like, you know what, today I don't feel like being a poet. And that's where the piece came from. So yeah.
Can you please, if you have another piece for us to like it?
Sure.
I'm gonna remove myself.
Okay. For so many years, we were told that black don't crack, but perhaps it does. Maybe we take the cracks and fill the seals with temporary relief and cheap thrills, giving the illusion that we are not broken. Is this why we have generations of hatred and family secrets that go unspoken, placing band-aids over spots that require stitches, but never taking the time to recognize the source of our healing, so we mask it? And no, not because of COVID-19, but because maybe we refuse to accept it that black does indeed crack. But for so long, we've been taught how to hold things together, never admitting when we are dealing with stormy weather, keeping our skin polished and our tears hidden. But in reality, our sanity is slowly slipping. We need relief. And there is no amount of Vaseline that we can place on our bronze skin to heal the inner cuts from within, so we gotta stop it. And realize that black does crack. And we won't heal till we commit that. And that's that piece.
Yes, sorry. I'm trying to help another one get one too. So
you were totally fine. You were totally fine. Thank you.
Awesome. Yes, please on my Facebook or on the YouTube channel, or you want to do both. Please leave your information. Tell them about your book. If you have a book, tell them about your line. Because I'm upset with you. I had to find your line, and you should have just had it out. I don't understand.
Thanks. Okay, so yes. She is totally right. I do have a line. It's called Unstoppable You, where I'm promoting actually Unstoppable You and Dear King. Dear King is for the fellas. Unstoppable You are for the ladies. Unstoppable You because I definitely want to promote unity within the African American community, especially amongst our Black women, because apparently it's said that we cannot get together without, there being animosity or drama in the midst. I want to prove people wrong and show that there are a group of Black women who can get together and get the job done, and there not be any jealousy, any hatred, any animosity. And same thing for Dear King. I want to definitely promote that unity amongst them, and that, it's okay to open up. It's okay to be vulnerable. It's okay to speak your mind. You have a safe space with us and with other men in the community as well. So that's definitely my goal and my purpose with both of those lines. So please support. I have not pushed it because I've been working, finally, I think, what else? Oh, yeah, Fire to the Mic. It's coming out in August. Super excited about that. Super happy to be a part of that. So, yeah, thank you.
Yes. For you
For
guys
you
who
guys
don't
who
know
don't
what
know
Fire
what
to the
fire
Mic
to mic
is,
is,
I don't know
I
why
don't
I'm
know why I'm
echoing,
echoing.
but I'm
I'm
sorry.
sorry.
It
It
is a
is
show
a
that I
show
am
that I am
producing,
producing
and
and
editing and
editing,
directing.
directing.
It will
It
be
will
on
be on
Amazon
Amazon
Prime,
Prime,
TV.
TV.
Woo! It is a
It is a
tough
tough
project,
project,
but
but
amazing
amazing
poet.
poet.
Amazing poet.
Amazing poet.
The way
The way
y'all get
y'all
mine
get mine
tomorrow
tomorrow.
for them
For them
battle.
battle.
Get it
Get it
together.
together.
Oh, perfect.
Oh,
Thank
perfect.
you.
Thank you.
I'm in now.
Alrighty.
No, don't leave.
Oh.
Yes. So she is one of the poets in the Fire to the Mic, and I'm so excited to have her part of the show. There are amazing poets on here, and I can't wait to see how this goes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it's definitely a tough competition, but I'm super excited to be a part of it.
Yay! Awesome. So have a good night. Thank you for blessing the mic. And remember to put your information where they can find your website and everything else.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye. Awesome. So the next person we're gonna have up is Mr. Max Poet. He blessed the mic so many times before, and we can't wait to hear him spit.
All right. How you doing tonight?
Good. Make sure you tell them about yourself.
I will. I'll work on that. How you doing tonight? That's good.
I'm great.
All right. I'm Max Poet. Max Poet on Instagram, and I think I got a Facebook page. Seeing yourself as SEAL Team 6. America had a problem. They say in 2001, 19 members of Al-Qaeda boarded 4 planes with the sole purpose to bring their enemies to the knees. For 10 years, their intelligence communities fell short of locating the mastermind. On May 1st, 2011, regularly scheduled programming was interrupted for an announcement that shocked the world. Osama bin Laden is dead. He was located hiding out in Pakistan. 23 members of SEAL Team 6 saw raised Osama's bet, got the one others failed to get, set his body a sail to meet his God and his promise of virgin. All my life I had to fight, to be treated right, to be loved right, to stay in spite. I find myself, like Obama presidents before, at war, looking for my very own SEAL Team 6. Someone to right wrongs, to inspire songs, to fight through, to fight alongside, to rescue. See, the truth is, I feel like I need rescuing. Some saving, I would someone come save me. I'm struggling, I cannot breathe. I'm tired, battle worn, weary of all life. This promise is good, bad, sad, ugly. Maybe we have something in common. And maybe I've discovered something worth telling, something worth writing, shouting, screaming, something that I keep telling myself. There is no one else coming. You are your own SEAL Team 6 suit. Boot up, put yourself in the rut, carry yourself when you grown weary. Use your sixth sense when you're feeling leery. Low crawl, high knees, execute every target, every bad guy, every flaw that you have, place them in your sights. And if no one told you, I'm telling you, it's your fight. I know it gets lonely. Some nights you have to hold yourself, rock yourself to sleep, wake up, sleep in. The days you need the extra strength to battle, to razzle, dazzle, shock all cloth firemen, carry the best, brightest, highest you into every day. Show up and see yourself as your own SEAL Team 6. I'm not talking in an unhealthy, you got it all together. I'm simply saying for those of us waiting on someone, waiting on something to love you, to treat you right, to recognize you, who you are, what you bring to the table, your value, your worth, to make you great, to enable you to push you into your blessed place, to make you wake up and realize the world is waiting on you. That's that piece.
Yes, Mass Poet. What inspired you to write that piece?
Just realizing, like, I don't know, I've been on this journey, I'm still in this journey where I keep waiting on people, waiting on something, waiting on somebody to do something for me, and continue not to put this cart before the horse. I want to be in love, but don't love myself. Want to be this, want to be that, but really don't like myself and don't understand, so realizing that there's no one else coming. I am my own SEAL Team 6. I'm my own rescue. My love for myself will actually propel me into another place if I can, get to that place. Self-love, stuff like that.
You got another piece for us?
Yeah, I can get you something. I got you something here.
Yes.
Let's see. All right. Let's see. Okay. All right. Yeah, I'll do this one. I wrote this one just a couple days ago. Let's see if I. Here we go. In America, news is no longer newsworthy. Journalists have been scooped for actors, ambulance chasers chasing disaster. Its populace perpetually reacting. Its latest victims are those that remember Tuskegee Institute. 399 sharecroppers who make it with syphilis never treated. Henrietta Lacks sells in petri dishes in labs around the world without her consent. They call her immortal, say she lives on forever, helping forwarding research, teaching us about cancer, IVF. This lady asked me if I was considered getting the shot. I said emphatically I was not. Because I remember not so long ago how a sitting president with accolades in business and a background in real estate debunked science, used his position how the CDC told party lines, how everyone in the U.S. National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases pretended to be blind to a virus ravaging a world. How we too soon forget about 70 days we had a head start. How that same president said there was no danger this virus would visit. CDC complicit now, they got a vaccine. Begging for us to trust them, to listen, to forget, to play spoon, to abandon our sensibilities so we can go back to normal. Unfortunately, at dinner tables around our country, there's no normal to return to, just an empty seat. 585,000 people, some died alone in hospital wards, some still remain unclaimed in refrigerated trucks, getting ready to be ferried to Potter's Field. I wouldn't believe it if I wasn't here. We had a commander-in-chief that wouldn't command all but wash his hands. Wasn't that he couldn't, he wouldn't provide ventilators, masks, directions. He was taken to task by a virus he promised wouldn't last. They're still here. Within a year, they have a vaccine right in time for his re-election. Maybe it's convenient. Maybe it's coincidental. But last year, I saw maybe for the first time politics put before people, people lost. Politicians kept pontificating, promising the next time it'll be different. But like I said, maybe. That's that piece.
Miracle. Okay. Unmute yourself, Miracle.
Yes,
Oh my God. Tell me your thoughts on the mass poet. Tell him how fire he is.
It's amazing because you said a line that resonated with me about, you can't really love yourself or expect love if you can't appreciate yourself first. And I'm like, that is so true. You hear it said so many times, but it doesn't stick until you hear it in poetry and you're like, this man has a point. This man has a point.
I appreciate that.
So the next poet is also another poet that's on Fire to the Mic.
I am.
Tell us a little bit about your journey so far.
So you give us prompts. We have a week to figure out how to poet that particular prompt, and then we present it to you, and we hope that that it's something that you can use. So it's been an interesting journey. So, but it pushes the pen. It pushes, just shows you your ability. Because when you write, sometimes if you want to write, if you don't want to write, like Ms. Poetic Soul just said, sometimes you don't want to poet. But like when you got a deadline, when you got a piece that you need to present, you ain't got time to be talking about I don't want to poet. You just gotta pull yourself up by your bootstraps and figure it out. So that's what we're doing.
I love it.
Like that.
Can you please tell us about your book that I'm still in the middle of?
This is the book. It's called Greater Is He. And there's a play on the scripture that talks about greater is he that's in the world, than he that's in the world. Greater is he that's in the world, or whatever. I can't messing it up. but it's really talking about for those of us that suffer through child abuse or whatever, or just emotional abuse, where somebody told us we were not, we were not. So it's really talking about greater is me. I'm greater than what people said about me. I'm greater than opinions and greater than all that type of stuff. So that's really what that story is about. So it's a little dope book that I wrote, and it's got about 40 pieces in there, and I think it's dope.
It is dope so far. I'm in the middle of it because I got like a zillion projects.
Yeah, definitely. But your book came to me, so I got your book.
Yay!
I got your book. I'm gonna open it up and see what we working with. See if you push me to figure out my pen or something like that. So looking forward to that.
Yeah, I'm so excited. Please on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. I'll text you the link for YouTube. Put your information where they can find your book, find your art. Thank you for blessing the mic.
Thank you for the opportunity. I appreciate it.
Peace and love.
Peace and love.
Mir, the fire on the mic tonight.
Yes, I wasn't anticipating all of this, but I must say, I'm like, okay, I got to tune in on a regular.
Yes. So you want to drop some jewels because I know you have to go, and I'm so sad. Before we let our next poet come in.
Yes, so a jewel that I'm just going to drop that I think is very beneficial for anyone who's trying to currently improve their credit. Freeze your credit scores. Pick just one to focus on. If you freeze TransUnion or Equifax, then you know what you need to focus on. Build that credit score up. It's easier to isolate one problem at a time than try and tackle all three at the same time. You also have the control to make sure other people are not randomly placing things on your credit. Okay, then they have no choice but to utilize just that one score in order to make decisions. And that's always a help because then you control the narrative. That's my last tidbit, but I'm always available through you. You already have my information. You can let people know if they need some financial advice. I'm here.
Yes, I'm so excited. She is starting the business now. It's new to her, and that's why I wanted her to come on, promote her business, and give us some jewels because we want to keep it in the community, build up our Black communities, keep money in our Black communities, and spend in our Black communities. And what better way to know how to handle and place your money? So, yes,
Absolutely.
All right. Thank you, Mir, for coming on. Also, she's my best friend. So just so you guys know, known each other for years. I'm not gonna tell you my age. But we known each other over 10 years. And it's been a journey with her.
Yes, love. Until next time.
Yes. Peace and love, my love.
Bye.
Right. Oh my goodness. I'm so excited, you guys. So the next person I'm going to bring up is Miss S. Rose. I'm so excited for this young lady. I'm sorry, I shouldn't say young lady. She's a full-grown woman. Are you ready, Miss Rose?
Hi.
Hi. How are you tonight?
I'm good in yourself. Good to see you.
It's so great to see you. So I'm going to let you introduce yourself. I'm going to let you spit. You got 3 pieces for me tonight, right?
You want 3?
Yes.
Okay.
Keep it real, okay? Especially now, I wish I could have featured you because I'm not going to tell you. I want her to tell you at the end of her pieces. So we're going to talk about it. So go ahead. You got the floor, my love.
Okay. My name is S. Rose, and you can find me at wordby on all social media at wordby_S Rose. And I'm just going to do a few pieces from my first book. I just dropped my first book, so I'm very excited. It's called The Sister Girls Manifesto. It's located on Amazon. You can find it and give me some feedback if you get it. So this first piece is called Self-Destruction Anonymous. This is the first piece I opened to on the book, so I'm going to just share this with y'all. Hi, my name is Sammy, and I'm an addict. I just want to know, is healing of the soul really real? Can I be made whole with the manifestation of peace, leaving behind all the dawns that entered me? They left me feeling like a corpse. I'm so empty inside, and yet I'm waiting like a widow for yet another dawn to come and penetrate just so I can breathe. It's not even fresh air, but I don't care. It's toxic, but I won't dare leave it. They say there's freedom in death. So if my heart loses beat from another dagger of him adoring another woman over me, I say, let it be. Even though it's not even about the sex for me, I'll take any means of compassion. Excuse me, affection. The touch of other humans are drugs for me. I'll stay weak. Yes, I said it. I'll stay weak just to feel alive for the moment. I become mental, caged in padded rooms with no windows when alone. Because I can't stand what it feels like to be alone. Because I'm ugly inside. The scars are fresh and the scars, they are raw. I can't even bear to look at them. I can't even touch them. Anyone gets close, I will holler. But like I said, it's only mental. So I don't bother addressing it. Instead, I dress it. I keep my hair nice and buy things according to the ticket price. Oh, I walk with a glide like everything is all right. But when I'm alone, I yearn to be filled like a urn with a body of ashes, filled with old memories, dead dreams. Well, I can't seem to get over. I take one to the face, not a blunt, but maybe I should. Instead, I swallow his testicles like they should say a real woman should, just to make him feel good. And me too. He validates me, telling me how good I am. My heart skips a few beats, slows down when he withdraws himself from me. Then I die another death. Somebody roll out the expensive casket. Even in death, I'm vain. I would hate to be in something cheap while I'm in pain. They say journal and perhaps therapy. But I say, is it really helping me? To get help, you first have to come to terms with, yes, it's me. I have a problem. My name is Sammy. Oh, I mean Christina. And I'm self-destructive and it has a strong hold over me. Oh, don't forget, Sammy, to acknowledge a power greater than yourself, because that's the only way you're going to get help. But I ask, does this shit really work for the hurt? Because I sabotage everything and I can't quite figure out why. I wreck my brain with fancy ideology, overthinking. Oh, I'm trying prayer with consistency. Man, I just want to know, is healing of the soul really real? Can I be made whole with the manifestation of peace, leaving behind all the dawns that entered me? For right now, I'm just not ready to face my ugliness. I'll just stay safe in this mental padded room and die 1,000 deaths until I'm strong enough to rescue myself. Hi, my name is Sammy, and I'm still an addict, and I'm still suffering. Thank you.
Yes. So can you? So again, she just came out with a new book, Sister Girl Manifesto. I just got my book a couple of days ago, and
Thank
everything
you.
about it is so quality, so much quality. So if people know me, I can read 4 books at one time, only because I'm a publisher. I have a publishing company, but we'll talk about that later. It's not about me. And I already started reading some of her book, and it is amazing.
Thank
Amazing.
you.
So, what inspired you to write it? Tell us a little tiny bit without giving it away, and then I'll let you go.
Well, basically, you hear Jax in the background. He's like having a whole fit. But basically, I was inspired writing this book over the course of a few years. I started writing a lot of the poems when I was in my hardest struggles, my hardest times, my deepest pain. And I just wanted to bring light to transitions of what the struggle is between from girl to woman. And a lot of things that we experience when we're trying to find ourselves, when we're trying to look for validation in others and find love. Excuse me, I'm sorry. What's wrong with you, boy?
Listen, there's so many mothers out here. Don't be apologetic for being an amazing mom taking care of your baby. So we don't do
Thank
that on this
you.
platform. Okay? Don't do that.
Okay. I'm so sorry.
Don't be sorry. What did I just say?
Okay.
No.
But basically that was it. Like, I just wanted to shed light on the transition that we experience, the things that we go through. I was trying to really find self-love. I'm still on a journey of self-love, but in the past it was worse. You know, I struggle with self-esteem a lot.
Yeah.
So these are just a compilation of just, my pain.
Yeah.
And triumph.
Exactly. Because you're still here, and I am so appreciative.
Thank you.
If people don't know, I know you guys watching on Facebook and YouTube. Miss S Rose was a judge on our show Fire to the Mic. Because of personal, she couldn't be a judge anymore, and we miss her dearly. So we're hoping for a second season she could fit us in her schedule because we just love her and adore her. Please drop your information so we can support and buy your book. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Put it in the YouTube. I'll send you the link and put it on Facebook. Okay.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for coming on and blessing the mic.
Have a good day.
You too. Peace and love. Can't see me. Oh my God, you guys. I'm so excited. Oh, you guys see my flyer in the back of Fire to the Mic. So I'm so excited that all these artists came on. There's 2 more artists that we're waiting for. Oh, one of them just came on. I'm going to see if I can get this person in. Give me one moment. It's not even letting me save. Okay. Okay, he's not letting me come into the stage person. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to spit 3 pieces until other people come on. Let me put my information at the bottom. So if you guys don't know, I have a company called Lay in Poetry. We sell accessories. We sell, hold on, you guys. Shh. We sell accessories. We sell we only sell accessories and little masks and things like that. I am also a publishing company where we started in August, and already we have 6 books under our belt, which I'm super excited about. And lastly, we do this open mic session. We try to do it every month, which segued into the Fire to the Mic platform, where we will be live on Amazon Prime and Roku TV in August, which is so exciting. You saw some of the poets on here tonight, so if you really like it, come and see us, check us out. All right, so here's my 3 pieces. If you want to bless us, my Cash App and my PayPal is at the bottom of the screen, just helping us grow our business and everything. So I'm about to spit my pieces now. I'm going to read one from my book. This is my book, Purposeful Brokenness. So here we go. I'm going to read Meeting Grace. She kissed me and I blushed. She was ever so kind, different. I grew angry. What was her intent? People aren't nice on purpose. They always want it for something, right? What do you want from me? Have I not given enough? She embraced me. Filling cupped hands with tears, why me? She spoke no words, she just held me. Why me? Bipolar heart flipping from pain to anger, from sadness to forget yous. I never needed you. I let this happen. Brokenness seeping in, suffocating the air out of the room. I see you, she spoke. She was wrong. No one saw me, and I didn't like the me I see. I will catch you. Unclothed and naked, shedding the layers of pain. She did not envy the playful child who sang in the rain. So she sings to me and carries my sorrows. I heard these feeble words before, but there was something different, something strange I felt when she said it. Who are you? I am the catcher of forgotten dreams. I am the consoler of broken souls, remembering the promises of rainbows. I look forward to the rainfall. Let the beads hit my face and lips to be kissed by hope. I too stomp in mud puddles and begin to let my hair down, to spread my lips wide and let my smile out, exposing me I haven't let out for some time now. So that's one of my pieces from my book, Purposeful Brokenness. Here you go once again. Also, so yeah, I don't know if you guys know, May is Mental Health Awareness Month. Bear with me, I just wrote this piece Monday, so I'm still learning it. So I'm excited about it. It's called Broken Skull because it's talking about mental health. I think it's so important to talk about it. A lot of people in the Black community deal with it, and we're finding our way in trying to hopefully find help and come over this ladder. So I encourage therapy for everyone. So please, if you need help, please seek therapy, seek someone that you can console, confide in, your confidant, okay? So here goes my piece, Broken Scale. As I walk into the room today, they hand me a piece of paper. One side says a scenario and the other scales you 0 to 3. And you go on and on for a page or two, then it ends. And then they rate you, label you, define you right then and there, dancing through gardens full of emotions, plucking personalities, bouncing my stiff curly hair through seas of questions that stay unanswered. Shades of blue songs, humming melodies to thoughts not seen on sheet paper. Pain caressing aching body and kissing twisted minds that feed you no pain, no gain, that swallows lines, that bleeds your bills, don't care anything about your pain. She'll week later. I'll week later. I wonder why my mental state is confined to a single sheet of paper, limited to sometimes maybes and other great errors. You ask me to rate my own insanity, ironically. But what side are you asking exactly? Is the woman that is me struggling to fix her crown when she has to cover up what society deems beautiful, so not to be a #MeToo victim? Where having to fight to speak at your table becomes a tug of war before it may be considered equal. Where having to fight for the ownership of her own body becomes common ground conversation and showcase, no, we're not equal. Is it the Black that is me? Having to question, will I be next today to encounter my death today at the hands of police brutality? Having to explain why I deserve to live today, to lie to myself that it will be okay today. Though underpaid, I can make it through today. How can a single piece of paper read between the lines, read between the headlines of leaks and cries, laughter and lies, bound and not alive? You prescribe the wrong individuals to sedate my mental and mask my troubles just a little. You see, you ask me broken, loaded questions, and when answered in comparison to apprehensive scale, you label me bipolar. You label me borderline personality disorder because I go against the grade of your order. Where the scale whispers I am to set aside my so-called baggage that you claim as damaged, chained to your scale of labels to make sick my worth, broken down by society for me to build up again. But when I wake, the bias is awake, little by little, and the cycle continues. Reveal that the scale has been ill just a little, broken just a little, that we can heal just a little if you got to know me just a little, love me just a little, view me as your equal, tear down the wall just a little. I sit back in my chair in their office with this single sheet of paper. I stare at it and it stares at me, contemplating whether we can agree to disagree. So that was my piece, Broken Skull. I'm going to do one more piece. I have this young man on now, and I'll do my last piece after he goes on. We've been struggling, and I'm so excited for him to come on. Hello.
How y'all doing?
Great. Thank you so much for coming on. We're so
That's
excited.
what's up. That's what's up.
All right, so I'm going to
That's what's
remove
up.
my information and I want you to spit your truth.
Oh man. Want me to take off right now?
Yes, sir. You got it.
Let's see. Day by day, this wicked world is closing in on me. There's people smiling in my face and calling me their homie. But deep inside, I can see the slime looking in their heart. They murdered. I just lost my screen. I don't know. I, I just lost my screen. Hold up. Hello?
I see you. You there?
Okay. Let me start this. Let me start this piece over.
Yep.
They say day by day, this wicked world is closing in on me. There's people smiling in my face, calling me their homie. But deep inside, I can see the slime lurking in their heart. The murder strikes my brain. Did you hear that, God? I mean, convicted once before for a brutal beating. When I caught my dog in honey bun in the bedroom cheating. Now, I don't want to make another bid behind some stupid shit. But more and more, I feel my mind is about to click. Now, if I lose my peace, somebody's gonna die. So I'm smoking this dope, trying to cope, but the dope ain't getting me high. My pressure point is at its peak, and what will be will be. You heard the prayers of Abraham, but do you hear me? Or do I have to pull my trigger just to make you listen? Or when you count your heavenly hopes and find some angels missing, then will you get off your throne, see what is wrong? I mean, why in the hell the ghetto daddy mind is damn near gone? Now, I didn't make this world, I just walked the streets. Another crab off in this pot, and I can feel your heat. And it gets a little harder every time I catch a clown in this pot on my bike, trying to pull me down. Now, how much longer must I deal with this bitter cup? You see, the evil that you buried, right now is rising up. The signs of time show that I'm living in the last days. Is that the reason why the ghetto daddy mind is dazed? Or could it be that my mind is playing tricks on me? Or could it be that these witches, they got a fix on me? Or could it be that the devil, he actually trying to get me? Or could it be, my Lord, that you're no longer walking with me? I mean, Messiah Christ, Jah Allah, Yahweh, Mary's baby. While you're sitting on your throne, my world is going crazy. I mean, bad is good and good is bad, because that's the way we frontin'. Man, we need some help from up above. Man, come and shake something. Oh, Lord, I'm calling. Messiah, please get off your throne, because I've been down here all my life fighting this war alone. I'm a wounded warrior trying to survive in a battle zone, but I need some help from up above, because my patience gone. Okay?
Yes. Thank you so much for spitting. Tell us what
Yes, ma'am.
inspired your piece.
Oh, I done been through a lot of stuff, man. I done been through a lot of stuff. A lot of it, it's a lot of it's true. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot longer than that. You know, it's about 3 verses. I just only want to do one. I don't want to take up everybody's time. You know what I'm saying? You know, a little nervous too. A little nervous. You know, it's the first time on the mic, and you know what I'm saying. I don't know.
Yes.
I can't see the crowd, but you know, I can feel. I can feel the vibe. Yeah,
Exactly. Come on, you can
yeah.
spit another piece. We going right over. You can get comfortable. This is, like I said, this is a speak your truth. There's no negative energy. We gonna make sure that your artistry is heard. We all got something to say, so I'm so excited to hear the rest.
Let me get some. Let me get a little light in here so I can see me. All right.
Yes.
Let me sit down and try to do this a little. You see, I can't. Well, that's about the best I can get. I'm looking at myself and I'm a little dark in the mirror. Let me give you this one here. It says, see that what you think is a flower, very well may just be a weed. A weed has a lot of what you desire, but it has nothing of what you need. You see, a flower is sweet and pretty. It brings honor to a good man's name. A weed will give you a few nights of pleasure, then cause you a lifetime of pain. A flower will build a man's spirit. A weed will tear his house down. A flower will stay where it is planted, but a weed will always spread around. So why do men go through the garden of life, and when they find the flower that they need, do they take it home, place it on a throne, then go trampling through the weeds? You see, the flower may look very pretty when you're looking through the eyes of lust, but that flower may just be a weed growing in a pile of dust. Okay?
Yes, yes. I am
Thank
so
you.
excited. Thank you so much for blessing the mic tonight.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you for giving me the chance and opportunity to, you know what I'm saying, to be seen, to be heard.
Yes. Are you working on any projects? Do you have a book out? Can you let us know?
Yes, ma'am. I have a book that I'm just, I have it written. I have it pencil written. I want to type it up and everything. I just got finished. I just got finished going through a lot of trouble, a lot of unnecessary trouble, and so I'm trying to not catch up, but get in where I fit in at. You know what I mean?
Listen, I am a
Yeah.
publishing company. You have my information. So
Yes,
send it
ma'am.
my way if you need to. If
Yes,
you
ma'am.
can please.
Hmm?
Yep.
And I was saying I definitely need some assistance in because I don't really understand. Only thing I know how to do is spit. You know,
That's right.
that's
Yeah.
all I know how to do. I can
Snap,
spit.
snap.
Yeah,
So what I
yeah.
want you to do is go on YouTube and go on in this chat on the Facebook, on the live on this Facebook, and put your information so we can find your art, follow you when your book has come out. We can, make sure we support. Like we said earlier in the financial talk, we want to keep the money in our Black communities. We want to make sure
Okay,
we're supporting each other and building up our Black communities.
okay.
Awesome.
Okay.
All right. Peace and
Thank
love.
you.
Thank you so much for spitting tonight.
Thank you.
Awesome. So we about to wrap up this open mic. I am so sorry for the difficulties we had tonight. We had technical difficulties. We had people trying to get in, me communicating with people, trying to make this work out. We usually make sure this is all kinked out before, but I wanted to try something new, so I'm gonna go back to my old methods and giving people time frame. So yeah, I am definitely gonna read one more piece, and we're gonna end the open mic. So I'm super excited. Again, if you want to support my business, definitely please donate. I have the information rolling at the end of the screen. Cash App, PayPal, just to bless the ministry. Oh, not ministry. Well, I consider it a ministry because we deal with self-authenticity. We deal with building up the Black community, keeping money in the Black community, trying just to support every person that we possibly can within our scope. So yeah, we're super excited. Okay. So this is the last piece I'm going to do for the night, and then we're going to close it out. I've done this piece before. A few people have heard it. So I hope you guys like it. Good evening. Thank you for calling life. Please listen carefully as our menu options have changed. Hit 1 for struggle. Hit 2 for self-sabotage. Hit 3 for generational curses. Hit 4 for leeches. Hit 5 for all other options. Black adulting sounds like hit 1 for struggle. Struggle that peels back festering skin and language so to fit in. Struggle that forces you to choose between homelessness and starvation. Struggle having to be chained to statistical social stigmas of underpaid because it is far better than no pay. Oxymorons of being under and overqualified at the same time and not being the right fit. As a political correct statement, your color is not the right fit, your gender is not the right fit, your preference is not the right fit, with statements of EBT is not accepted here just because of the skin I carry. That this race was not designed for misfits, so I continue to carry. Hit 2 for self-sabotage. My mind is festered with battlefields of crab in a barrel syndromes and survival of the fittest fables. Conditioned with affirmations that my people are not for you but are against you. That we are to annihilate the competition, that this is the Hunger Games and there can only be one final tribute. So I go incognito, stealth to self with hand minds, stealing life from you and soul from me. Hit 3 for generational curses. Where family equates to White picket fist, husband, wife, child, and dog, all else are flawed, where you must work to build someone else's dreams to provide for your family, that the clothing on your back defines your social status, and it is far better to work for less than your worth, because overachieving is living outside of your means. Hit 4 for leeches. Leeches picking at my brain, feelings too far removed to gain pain. See, they continue to pick at my brain, my most powerful possession, my most precious profession, to misconstrue my thoughts for confusion, to misconstrue my thesis and hypothesis, to misconstrue reason and purpose. They suck dry my fictions and bleed my facts and bleed out fiction. These leeches cry out for attentions. They pledge their allegiance to the bonding of chains. Hit 5 to end it all. As I sit back and watch my people bleed out before they reach the finish line, I weep. Packed up tight with anxiety, self-pity, struggle, and resentment, I loose the noose bound around your dreams and begin to sing. No more shackles, no more chains, no more bondage. I am free, yeah. I speak life over my own life, my own destiny. I loose pre-existing stigmas, for I am not diseased with blackness. I stride in my blackness. I am crowned in my blackness. Blackness is my trophy, so I hold my head high in all of my blackness. I win because I won't fall for these traps again. So that was called Black Adulting. That was my final piece for tonight. Again, if you want to see my information at the bottom of the screen, I will put it for you. Again, if you want to bless our organization, please see the Cash App and PayPal below. If you want to support the business itself, I'm going to let you see that there. I'll give you the website right now. Give me a moment. It is www.poetry.org. So you see www.layinpoetry.org. That is our organization, Lay in Poetry, where self-authenticity matters. Again, we sell jewelry, we sell accessories. We are a publishing company, Black-owned, husband and wife publishing company. And we are also an open mic venue where we try to do this monthly. But again, I have a show coming out August of this year called Fire to the Mic, where we expose the world to other forms of poetry, not just slam, but it is forms of poetry that we are excited to expose. And if you have already been exposed, to see it on live TV. So we're super excited about it. And we hope you are too. So again, live your best self, be your best self, be brilliant, be brave, be beautiful. Peace and love. Have a great night.